study channel that will assist many, but I do put emphasis on your single parenting journey, single mothers, especially because that's what I am, and that's what I've been for over a decade. So I say thank you. Thank you for joining the channel. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares, to get the awareness out there, because oftentimes it's believed that as a single mom, you just must be exhausted. That's just how it is. You aren't expected to feel good. You're not expected to have a joyful life. You're just supposed to be barely making it, and that's fine. And that is not the case. That is not the narrative that has to be. And so today, when we talk about feelings, I want you to look a little deeper and see how they might affect you. How might you be making decisions based off of feelings that are just crying for help, crying for some attention, that if we could just take time out, would take time out and look at our feelings, how that will affect us in the future. Everyone said sit with your feelings and talk about your feelings and write down and journal your feelings, but no one is saying, like, what do I say once I write the feelings on the page? So here we go. Last time spoke about writing down your story of how you became in the seat of a single parent, right? How you became a parent now. And I wanted you to write down about that, and I wanted you to write some feelings. Now, I don't want you to talk about all the feelings today. I just want you to take one or two feelings and ask yourself this: when is another time in my life that I remember feeling this feeling? When is another time in my life that I remember feeling this feeling? I'm going to answer that for me and from my breakup journey, because it can be a journey. You have to. It's a grieving period. It's a big event to break up, right? They talk about it. Look up Psychology Today and breakups and grief, okay? Because you're mourning an expectation of what you thought was going to be. Yes. And so, what was the feeling I was feeling when I became a single mom? Abandoned. I felt abandoned. And when I looked at it, I felt abandoned before, when my father left the house. So now I can say, what is the time in my life where I felt abandoned? I felt abandoned when I became a single mother, and I felt abandoned when my father had to leave the house. So that brings to my second question for you. Now, it might easily seem like the answer would be the breakup. Okay, and I can put that down. But you look a little deeper into it, and I realized being broken up with without any discussion, any talk. I was not seen, I was not heard. No one came to me and said, hey, how do you feel about this? I'm about to go do this. I'm about to leave you as a single parent. How do you feel about that? You know? No one said, hey, I'm about to cheat on your mom. You're going to end up having to take care of the household a little bit more and feeling like everything's on your shoulders, even though it's not, but I'm a child, so I feel like it is. How do you feel about that? No one said that, right? So, emotion has been stated as being energy in motion. The energy are the feelings. What we do with those feelings are the motion. So when you get those feelings again, or those feelings get triggered, sometimes you act in a way that isn't productive for you to actually digest those feelings in a healthy manner. And they might have you acting out in a way that you're not proud of. So we want to sit with those feelings, and we want to see if we can talk ourselves through them and see where they line up through our lives and how maybe those beliefs weren't true. Just as I had mentioned, I had a feeling of abandonment when I became a single mom, and then I had a feeling of abandonment when my father left the house. And both of those instances, I didn't have control. So my next question is for myself: if I didn't have control in those situations, right, how is that dangerous for me? How can I make it better? This is what I'll discuss in the next video. Because your answer to those questions, it's a crossroads for you. Oftentimes, as single moms, it can come into play that we want to get in new relationships. We want someone to help us with the load. We want someone to be there to talk to after the hard day with the children. And single moms can end up feeling quite lonely. And especially they can feel married and quite lonely because feelings never get dealt with. I've been able to work with women who have went ahead and married the wrong guy just so they wouldn't be alone with the children. And it is devastating because oftentimes history will repeat itself when the lesson isn't learned. Oftentimes history repeats itself when those feelings aren't healed. And so that's why I am trying to do this series on feelings for the single mom, because as a newly single mom, this is something that's going to be detrimental for your growth. If you want to be in a supportive, loving relationship, and you see that in your future, there are things that you're going to want to do for yourself now to even be possibly able to do that for another person. How can you make someone feel seen and heard and cared about if you aren't able to do that for yourself? So that's what these feelings and emotions, that's the point. That's why we're trying to look deeper. Now, I keep using the word feeling and emotions, meaning, yes, they are two different things. Surprise to me too, people. Surprise to me too, but I'm sharing it with you now. I am not a therapist. I am a life coach. I help people through their lives and try to assist them the best I can with what I know, and a lot of questions, because questions really are the way that we can break through. If we can start questioning some of these beliefs we have and seeing if they really resonate on solid ground, there's a lot of things that we will have to really mourn the loss of what we thought they were, right? There's a lot of things that I believed whole-souled, that I believed it so surely that one thing in life was true when actually it was another. And so that I figured uncovered through my feelings and looking into my feelings. We can figure out how to use these feelings to shut down a whole world of hurt, okay? I'm telling you, stick with me here. Focus. Let's discuss things. If you have anything to say, if you have any questions, if you have anything to add, I know that this isn't an easy subject. There are so many questions that can come from this, and I would love to hear them. Questions are key. When you think you're about to go angry and just ape out on somebody, when you think you're about to lose it, you need to go and sit with those emotions. Your body just remembers certain stuff that you don't remember. Say riding a bike. I don't know, the feelings are the same. You can be riding on some feelings and it can ride you in the wrong direction. I'm telling you, sit with them. Next time we're going to talk about that though. We're going to talk about, okay, so once you do these questions, the answer that you come up with, let me know. You want to share the answer? Go ahead, girl. You can do all that and share it in the comments. I am here for it. I am here for it. I'm definitely going to have a freebie in the series for you to be able to use at home. Everything we're talking about. Okay, so thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for stopping by. And please take care of yourself. You're so worth it. Take care of yourself.
Yeah.